sorry in advance that nobody can see my face.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Patrick Mazer, Senior Vice President with ACN, and I want to welcome all of you to tonight's training event. And just to give you guys a little information on what you're going to experience this evening, we're going to start with a very short overview of ACN to give you a better understanding of exactly who we are, what we do, the opportunities that we have at our fingertips. And then we're going to go into some training on a couple different things. Number one, the services that we take to market, the unique way in which we can acquire customers around the world. We're going to also go through our marketing plan so that you get a little better understanding of how the residual income works, how the bonuses work, how you can launch your business here this evening and literally be in profit within your first 24 to 48 hours. We're also going to then talk about how to build distribution, how to invite people to come take a look at the opportunity, and how tonight you can schedule your very own private Zoom so we can help launch your business and share this idea with people that you know around the world. So how we're going to get things kicked off here this evening is I'm going to start with a short 90-second company video. That's going to talk a little bit about ACN, where they came from, where they are, and where they're going. Then I'm going to dive right into the information about the company itself and share with you exactly what's happened for me and my family over the last 17 years that I've been involved in this opportunity. Now, how many of us would agree, I wish I had this technology 17 years ago, right? I can see there's people calling in from one side of the US to the other, how you're comfortably calling in from wherever you want to be. But think about that for 1 second when it comes to business. Using technology to build your business, being able to create a revenue stream without having to go rent an office, without having to go invest thousands of dollars in any place for people to get together, but we can use the Zoom technology to share information around the world. So looking forward to introduce you to our partner ACN. So let me go ahead and do so at this time, and looking forward to share with you exactly that was shared with me 17 plus years ago. Now, when I first took a look at ACN, what I loved about it was a business of my very own. And the company takes care of all the marketing material, all the necessary things that we're going to need to be successful. And let me introduce you to a video that's going to talk a little bit about the company ACN.
Right now, someone is watching TV, shopping online, sharing on social media, scrolling a news feed, cooking, turning on lights, texting, paying with a credit card, and someone is definitely making a phone call. Now, imagine earning income through your very own business every time a customer pays a bill for services they're already using anyway. With ACN, you can. With a 27-year track record of success, ACN is the largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and essential services in the world. Today, we operate in 27 countries and have offices throughout North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific. We're constantly evolving our portfolio of products to stay ahead of what millions of consumers and businesses need and use every day. Now, ACN has added identity theft protection through ID Seal to its suite of essential services. Thanks to ACN's innovative mindset, we're just getting started, and the world is taking notice. Inc. magazine also recently recognized ACN as a private titan, a designation reserved for the largest and most iconic privately held companies in the world. This is your opportunity to establish your very own ACN business, offering the essential services that people and businesses already use every day, and an opportunity to get paid every time they pay a bill for these services. It's your life. Imagine earning an income on your own terms. That's what ACN is all about, and now you can be a part of it.
You know, the video did a great job talking about our partner ACN and where they started here in the US in 1993, but today we've now expanded to 27 countries around the world. We've generated over $4 billion in the last 5 years, millions and millions of customers acquired. Today, ACN is recognized as the world's largest direct seller of telecom, energy, and essential services. Now, when I sat in this presentation and they talked about the Amazon of services and how you can have your very own online store for people around the world to shop for wireless. where they could see companies that you know, like AT&T or the Verizon network or Sprint network, high-speed internet bundles, television service. We offer things like Direct TV and Dish Network. Gas and electricity we offer as well for both residential and business customers. Home security and automation, we partnered with a company called Vivint Home Automation. Credit card processing, we can offer any business consumer you know. And we also just partnered up in the identity theft arena with a powerhouse called ID Seal, which we know this is going to be something that everybody's going to want to have, identity theft protection. And so our business model, we're going to explain tonight how to take the service to market, how you can sign up a customer, take them to your very own online store, and help them benefit from these services. Now, we go direct to consumer. That allows us to save our partners money when it comes to getting a new customer, but it creates an opportunity here for ourselves. See, I always wanted to be a business owner. I'm sure there's people on here tonight that sort of fit in my category where you're looking for multiple streams of income and you're looking for business opportunities. What always stopped me from getting involved in businesses was the cost of entry. You know, McDonald's is $1 million plus. Most businesses you and I know are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get involved. When I sat in this presentation, they said it was $199. Now, when I heard $199, here's what I thought. I spent more for books in a class I don't remember. You're talking about a global business that you own. There's a $25 a month business support fee, and they build you a personalized online store where customers can go, that it's hosted and updated by your partners. All the ordering information is made available to your customer. All the customer care and billing is being done by companies you know by name. All you and I are doing is bringing services and customers, and we're putting them together. And they're going to pay us a couple different ways to do so. Now, the first way we get paid is called customer acquisition bonuses. So imagine this. When I first got involved in ACN, I went out and I got my first customer, and that happened to be my mom. I mean, can we agree? Where do you start when you start something new? Friends and family. And I said to my mom, look, I know you have a cell phone. I know you have a cell phone number. Would you go to my online store and see if there's a package that would fit your needs? Now, she was partial to the Verizon network. That was really what she wanted. She went to my online store. She found a package that was going to save her $25 a month on her cell phone bill. Now, where I'm from, if mom saves $25 a month, how many of us agree that's a big deal? But that was a confidence booster to me. When I saw that she was able to benefit on these services, it opened up the conversation for internet. It opened up the conversation for electricity, natural gas, and also television services. So she had 5 services in one house. So when you look at our bonuses, that's literally a $200 direct deposit by just referring the services to somebody that I know. And I was able to do the same thing in my services and literally made hundreds and hundreds of dollars just referring services to people that I know. Now, here's what makes ACN so unique: residual income. If you don't remember anything else I say, remember residual income. The wealthy have been doing this for years, making money 24 hours a day, and now you can join them. Every time one of your customers, whether it's a residential customer or a business customer, gets an electric bill or gas bill or internet bill, you get paid a percentage of that bill every single month. Now, it starts at 3%, it goes to 20%. We're going to teach you tonight how you can go from 3% to 10% to 20%. Now, remember, your customers don't pay any money. They just go to an online store and sign up for a service that they want and a service that they need. Now, I know there's people on here tonight that are going to ask a question like, can I get paid on my own service? Absolutely. How many of us think we're going to be using a cell phone for some time, or internet for some time, or even electricity? See, what's great about this is you can use this as a secondary form of income, create another way of making money outside of what you do. But remember, this is your business. You work for you. Now, I started introducing people to ACN just like you. People came to presentations. Some people became customers. Some people liked the idea of making residual income. Now, every time you and I introduce somebody to ACN, we get paid a customer bonus when they get customers. Now, remember, they sign up as an independent business owner, just like you. They go out and get some customers, they get a bonus, and you get a bonus. Now, your bonus starts at $50 a person, goes all the way to $300 per person that signs up in your team that goes out and gets customers. Then you get what's called an overriding residual income, where you get paid 4% on the customers that your team goes out and acquires. Now, let me tell you what was so powerful for me is a team. Meaning prior to ACN, I never made money on what somebody else does. How many of you sort of fall into that same category? Imagine where you could get paid on what somebody else goes out and does. And here's what's so powerful. 17 years into this, I've acquired over 100,000 customers all over the world. Every time they get a bill for internet or cell phone service or home security service, my family gets paid. And it's been life-changing for us, just like it can be for any single one of you on here tonight. And here's what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce you to some people, you know, just like you that signed up in this business and were looking for alternative ways of making money and have had a lot of success since jumping aboard the opportunity. And the first individual I'd like to bring up tonight is what's called a regional director. He's having a tremendous amount of success in our opportunity, and that's Mr. Chris San Rocco. And Chris, did you make it on the call tonight?
Yeah, Pat. Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much for having me on the call, and thanks for everything that you do as well, Patrick, and for your leadership. And yeah, guys, like Pat said, I come from a business owner background in the service industry. I've done that for about 10 years prior to taking a look at ACN. I took a look at ACN about 4 years ago. I loved everything I saw. For me, as a business owner, it just made sense. I like the idea of essential services. I like the idea that I could make money, not just on my own bills, but on other people's bills as well. And because of what we do here with Zoom, you know, you're definitely able to throw this in the cracks of your schedule. You can do a few hours a week. You can do 10 hours a week. You can do beyond that. We have that freedom here with Zoom. And 4 years into this business, I've been able to accumulate over 6,000 customers, and you know I really owe it all to the training and support we get here at ACN. So thank you, Patrick.
Hey, thank you, Chris. And how many of us know people like Chris, business owners looking for new opportunities? You know, see the value of making money on bills. So congratulations, Chris, and you've done an amazing job. And we've got a woman on here this evening, a powerhouse in our company. She's a regional director. She's out of Staten Island, New York, and that's Jeannie Asante. And Jeannie, did you make it on the call here tonight?
I did. And Patrick, I want to thank you so much for inviting me on to share my story. And yes, I'm Jeannie Asante. I come from the Staten Island market. Really excited to be here, and really because my background is I was the one that was selling a lotion, a motion, and a potion. I was the one that was trying to always, you know, trade my time for money, or praying that somebody wanted my product so that I could make $1 to pay my bills. And when this came into my, you know, in my world, I just kind of said, wow, you know, how interesting is it? I didn't have to carry any kind of product. I didn't have to carry inventory. These are things that people were using every single day, whether I'm in it or not. And so I said to myself, there's no reason I shouldn't be there. And so I've been in ACN now for a very short period of time. And in that short period of time, we've grown to have a couple of hundred business partners paying over 1,000 bills every single month. And that's just all due to the training and support that we get right here in the Rockstar system. So Patrick, I turn it back over to you. And I thank you again for asking me to share my story.
Jeannie, over 1,000 customers she gets paid on every 30 days. Women are winning in our opportunity, and just want to thank you for your leadership and everything that you're doing. Also, I'd like to introduce you to another individual that's having a lot of success with us, Western Pennsylvania guy, real estate background, took a look at this opportunity, saw how it just went hand in glove in anything real estate related, just because of the services that we market. Today, he's a regional director. He's also an author. He's having an incredible run in our opportunity, and that's Mr. Joel Hulk. And Joel, did you make it on the call tonight?
Yes, I did. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much, Mr. Mazur, for this amazing presentation. And I want to congratulate everybody here that jumped on this call and look for opportunity for yourself. I applaud you for that. My name is Joel Hulk. My background, I've been an entrepreneur throughout all my life. Saw this opportunity about 2 years ago and just made tremendous amount of sense. My background is in real estate, so I always were looking for residual income. Residual income, it was something that I was always looking for, but in the real estate, my experience was extremely active residual income. I had to show up to work every day. I had to make sure that my tenant's paying rent. I had to make sure that the hot water tank is working, that the furnace is working. It was residual income, but extremely active. When I got involved in this business, I really realized the power of passive residual income. Today, my customers paying gas, electric, wireless, internet. If they don't pay, I'm not the one running after them. These Fortune 500 companies that we partner up with, they know how to collect their money. Don't we agree? If you don't pay your electric, they will shut it off. They don't call me and say, Joel, go to Mrs. Smith and collect her electric bill. This is what they used to do in the real estate world. Now today, fast forward 2 years after, I was able, with the team effort, we were able to put together a group of over 250 business partners, well over 1,000 customers that I'm getting paid off every day, every month. Now, this is all due to the training and support that we have here. This has allowed me, as Mr. Mazer say, really to finish my book. Is my first book that I've been working on for many, many years, actually allowing me to have the time to complete this book. And this is just an amazing opportunity. Thank you very much for having me on the call.
Great job, Joel. And, you know, I love how you were looking for passive income. I love what you said. A lot of people, you know, look at the real estate world and think how glamorous it is, but you know exactly how unglamorous it is trying to collect your rented cases and sometimes being the plumber you never really wanted to be. But when you look at our opportunity, there's nothing better than getting paid on essential services, things that people got to use and pay for. And we invite you to join. We invite you to step out and become a part of this movement of people that are creating revenue around the world by using Zoom technology. And what we would like to do is just to get our training kicked off here tonight. You're very fortunate. You have one of the best trainers in the entire company, somebody that is what came into our opportunity and hit what's called the regional vice president position. Today, she has over 11,000 customers that she gets paid on around the world. She was able to walk away from her career at 23 years in banking. She was able to fire her boss. Now, you might love what you do and you don't have to fire your boss if you don't want to, but how many of us would love to have the choice, right? How many of us would love to go into one day at work and say, listen, I don't need to be here, so settle down a little bit. How many of you would agree sometimes there's some office politics and other situations that come up that you'd love to say, look, I'm here because I want to be, not because I need to be. And that's what happened to this individual. Today, she's got a team, as mentioned, around the world. She's a regional vice president. So if we could, let's put our virtual hands together for regional vice president, Alejandra Kalman, everybody.
Well, hello, everybody. Good night to everybody. I know some of you, good afternoon. That may not be in a different time zone. Thank you for all the love receiving me here today. And, you know, Patrick spoke very kindly of me. I don't consider myself anyone special. I just happen to have an open mind and an open heart. And so hopefully that's what you have here today to, you know, capture everything that we're telling you here. And first and foremost, I want to give it back to Patrick. And many of you are new to our company and truly don't know, you know, who he is, but he has been the #1 senior vice president in this company in production for the last 13 years in a row. And so can you agree that we couldn't have a better mentor? I mean, if I'm going to go play football and they tell me that there's a winning team, 13 Super Bowls in a row, and that I get to play with that coach, how confident would you feel about playing there? You know, so that's exactly how we feel here today. And I just feel blessed that, you know, how many of you were inspired by what all these incredible leaders had to share with you earlier today? How many of you realize that the different walks of life, but you know how passionate they all are about their business because they know what they're building and they know the difference that they're making. So whatever is in your heart, whether is it that you need, you know, to better your financial future, whether it's in your heart to network and meet incredible individuals, whether it's this in your heart, maybe to help other people, you know, that is what you're going to find in our opportunity. And that's what I fell in love with, is that there was something for everybody here. It didn't matter, you know, age. It didn't matter how busy we were. You know, Patrick told you I started this business. I was, you know, vice president of compliance for a major international bank. I worked 13, 15-hour days. I didn't have time for anything. I loved what I did. Don't get me wrong. I love it so much. I still write books for people to get certified and I don't even get paid for it. I do it because I loved what I did, but I didn't love it enough to suffer a bad retirement plan. I didn't love it enough to not see my children every day grow up and work 15-hour days. Now, that was my reality. I was working 15-hour days. So if you're here today and you say, you know what, I don't know, I don't have time for something like this, neither did I. But here was the beauty of it. That taught me a very simple plug and play system. And when I plugged and play into that system, I was able, with no knowledge, with no time, put something in the very tiny cracks of my schedule, but doing it with the commitment and consistency of doing a little every day. And this is what this is all about. Can you give a little of yourself every day to something different to go have a different result? Now, what I didn't know is that 3.5 years into this was going to retire me. Like Patrick said, you don't have to retire from what you do, but it was in my heart to do so. That's the very one reason why I actually hopped into this, to be able to be home with my kids more. And that's exactly what I do right now. I have a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and I enjoy them all day, every day, thanks to the ACN opportunity. So my job with you here today is to show you how to go generate income in ACN. And my goal is to show you how to go make your first check in ACN. So ACN is a customer acquisition company. This scared me a little bit because I wasn't a salesperson, I was a compliance person, very back office. I had never sold anything in my life, not even Girl Scouts cookies. So I was thinking when I came this that I actually had to go sell. When I realized I didn't have to sell anything, and that the customers that I was going to acquire was just the very same people that I spoke with almost every single day, and with that alone I was going to be able to go benefit from our compensation plan, it gave me a huge peace of mind. So see, the first thing that I want to share with you is what is our immediate goal. See, our immediate goal is for you to have a check to go show people that your ACN opportunity pays. See, if you're skeptical about this business, it's because you still have not gotten paid. So we need to get you paid right away. Right away, go build a distribution. See, Patrick told you I have 11,000 customers. I didn't do that alone. I did it by building a distribution. So my job is to get you to this position that's called customer qualified. It may not be your highest paid position, but it'll be your confidence position. The first check will give you confidence. Now, I'm going to teach you what customer qualified means, but what it basically means is your first handful of customers that will get you qualified to generate income in ACN. Now, if you don't bring customers, we don't make money, but the good thing is that 3 services will get you paid. Now, can you agree 3 services? We're not breaking any sales records here. Now, then the next speaker will actually teach you how to go build that distribution. So that way, you go out and get your 11,000 customers. Now, let's take a look at customer qualified. Customer qualified means one of 2 things. Normally, it's usually 3 services, but ACN is running a promo right now for 2 services will get you qualified as well. Now, each one of our services is tied to a point value, so you don't have to remember our point system by heart. What I love it is that I don't even remember anything in life. As a matter of fact, I left the grill on all night the other day. So can you agree that if the girl that is teaching you left the grill on all night the other night, you're in a great position to go make money here. So don't have to learn anything by heart. All that you have to do later on is take a picture about the point value that I'm going to show you so that you can actually have it handy until you learn it by doing it. But truthfully, you don't have to learn it by heart. But 3 services with a total of 7 points, and I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a second, that'll get you qualified, or 2 services with 12 points. So if you're writing this down, please write that down. Now, we can get this done within the next 48 hours, no problem. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stretch you out a little bit more and get you 5 services, and I'm going to show you why as well here in a little bit. But that is $75. That may not be your biggest check, but trust me when I tell you, it's going to be your favorite check because it's going to give you confidence about what we're doing. Now, this was what actually took a weight off of my shoulder, the sources of my customers. See, the first thing that we're going to do is have a Zoom presentation for you, just like the one that you went to when you saw this for the first time. Now, that Zoom presentation, the best part about it is that you're not doing the presentation. How many of you are excited about that? Because good Lord, I know that I was excited about not having to speak because I wasn't that confident speaking when I started this. I didn't even want to do a presentation. I didn't want to do a training. Eventually I got sucked into it and I love it, but I didn't want to. So I didn't do the presentation. Here's what I did. I just invited. Now, can you agree that you already invited to something? You already invited to birthday parties, weddings. You've already had some sort of event that you invited to. Good job. You already know how to do ACN. So you're going to just invite to that presentation. Somebody else will speak. At the end of the presentation, some people will tell you, this is not for me. No, thank you. You're going to think that's bad. I'm going to tell you, awesome. Those are your customers. That was my cousin. My cousin took a look at my presentation. She was one of the first ones to take a look at it 7 years ago. She said, Ali, this is not for me. That's okay. It's not for everybody. But guess what? She still has to do. She has to turn the lights on. She has to talk on the phone. She navigates the internet. She was the perfect customer for me. Now, the people that you do business with is your second source. How simple it is to go to your nail salon, to your hair salon, to the person that cuts your grass, the person that cleans your house, and tell them, I'm loyal to you. Could you be loyal to me? See, if my nail salon did not want to be my customer, this is an easy relationship. I'll still be your friend, but I'm going to go find the nail salon that does want to be loyal to me, because if I help you feed your family, then you help me feed mine, and we have a business relationship. See, everybody that I pay a check to is my customer. The guy that cuts my grass, the girl that does my nails, the lady that does my hair, the lady that cleans my house, everybody is my customer. Now, friends and family, anybody that would do absolutely anything for you, my cousin is a great example. At the end of the presentation, I said to my cousin, Ronnie, can you do me a huge favor? And she said, sure, what's going on? And I said, remember the business that I showed you the other day? Yes, I do. Well, let me tell you why I'm doing it. See, I know you know this about me, but I've been 23 years in banking. I don't like my retirement plan. I really don't feel comfortable with it. You know, I'm working 15-hour days. You know how you have 3 kids and you love it and you're always asking me, Alejandra, when are you having kids? Well, I think the answer to that will be never, because I don't want them in daycare for 15 hours every day. You know, so I started doing this and I'm super serious about it. Can you help me out and try one of my services if you're already paying for it? Or maybe you should be like your identity theft, which you don't have, and you probably should. She said, absolutely. On board with you having kids? Absolutely. I've been begging you to go have children. I love mine. So off she went and became my customer. Guys, that conversation was 7 years ago. Do you think I actually once again talked to my cousin about it? No. Do you think I call my cousin every single month and I say, Veronica, are you turning lights on? No, I know she is. Do you think I call my cousin every month and say, Ronnie, don't forget your cell phone bill, make sure you pay it? No, I don't. I talk with her often. I don't ask her about her services. She pays those bills, I get paid. Everybody clear with that concept. And the last is yourself. And this brings me to the next conversation. This is a business. See, I think because it is $199 that we don't realize that it's a business, but it is, and a very serious one. And if you treat it like a $200 business, it'll treat you back like a $200 business. You may be able to make $200, but that's all you're ever going to make. See, you gotta take it seriously no matter how much you pay. Sometimes I wish ACN charged $200,000, because can you agree that if you pay $200,000, a lot of you that are watching this training right now that don't have a notepad in front of you, you will be taking notes of every single thing I say. As a matter of fact, you will record me and then replay me to make sure you didn't miss anything because you paid $200,000. See, if you know that this business had retired me from corporate, if you heard Jeannie and Santi, if you heard Chris and Rocco, if you heard Joel, if you heard Patrick, and you realize that, you know, we cannot all be paid actors here, that there has to be something here, at least on somebody else's story, to say, you know what, I will take this seriously, even if seriously means 20 minutes a day. You know, see, this is the gym, guys. You got to give it a little bit every single day, but you got to start with you. You know, somebody told me the other day, yeah, I love my Comcast account. Well, yeah, great, but Comcast is not going to send your kids to college. Comcast is not going to retire you. Comcast is not going to pay for your parents to retire. See, I love Comcast too, but I don't love them enough to pay a bill to them forever, because when is your last internet bill or TV bill or cell phone bill or energy bill? Never, you know, and have them get the residual on that bill instead of me. It doesn't make sense. This is your business. If you bought a restaurant and you don't try your food, do you think I'm gonna wanna eat at your restaurant if I ask you, hey, have you tried your food? No, why? Oh, because I like the food across the street a lot better. Where do you think I am going to go eat? Across the street. See, if you bought a Toyota dealership and you come to my house in a Honda and you tell me I'm still driving a Honda because Honda is better than Toyota, where do you think I'm going to drive after a Honda? So guys, you got to become a product of your product. See, I have every single one of my services, but because I have it, I'm confident about it. See, the other day somebody said, oh, Verizon, but you private label it. Would it work the same way that Verizon? Well, let me tell you this. I was a Verizon customer forever. So I've been in the United States since 1999. I still have the same cell phone number, and I was a Verizon customer from 1999 all the way up to 7 years ago when I started my business. You know that I felt a difference between Verizon and us? Never. I changed the SIM card, I turned my phone on, and my phone still works the exact same way. As a matter of fact, it still says Verizon on top. I had to check 3 times to make sure the port was done because I couldn't believe that I couldn't even notice the difference. You know how I know that? Because I own it. Guys, it'll build you belief, and I'm going to pay this service forever. So I want to make sure my family gets paid on something I'm never done paying. Now let's talk about how to make money, guys, because this is the important part. Okay, we talk about 3 services or 2 services, and you got that was $75, but I told you I was going to stretch you a little bit, remember? So let's stretch you a little bit. How about instead of getting 3 services, we get 5? Now 5 services, if I start counting my cousin's house, check this out, okay? Look at my cousin's house. I haven't even come to their house. My cousin has a cell phone, that's 1. Her daughter has a cell phone, that's 2. She has identity theft. That is 3. My niece is 21. God bless my cousin. Okay, that's 4. Okay, then she has electricity. That's 5. Then she has gas. That is 6. She also watches TV. That is 7. She also navigates the internet. That is 8. She also has some home security. That is 9. I haven't left my cousin's house and even come to my house, which your services count as well. And I already have 9 services. So can you agree that 5 services? We're not breaking any sales records here between you and every single person you know on planet Earth. Can you agree that in the next 48 hours, we can go get 5 services for you? Now, we're going to have kickoff events. Talk with your uplines and the sponsor that invited you to this here today to give you the code for that kickoff event, because what you want to make sure is that you put your people in there and yourself in there, because we're going to work with you. Open the computer. Let's put the services in so that in 48 hours of you joining our business, you can be in profit, because $200 is your return on investment. And I don't know how many businesses you think you're going to open out there. They're going to give you a return on investment immediately, but this one does. Every 3 services with 6 points thereafter, it'll pay you another 200 and another 200 and another 200, and there's absolutely no limit. And for the first time in my life, I was not limited. See, I'm a hard worker. You know how a foreign comes to the United States with 2 pieces of luggage and gets to be vice president of American Express? Hard work. So I brought my work ethic here, and I went to make thousands of dollars of my first month. But you may be excited about that. I'm excited about the residual income that you're building by bringing that. But I was always limited by my time. Think about what you do right now. If you get paid what you do once, that means that you're limited by your time. If you're limited by your time, your income will always be limited, because let me in you a secret. Time is a limited resource. Now let's take a look at the next 48 hours goals so that we are very clear on this. First one is become customer qualified. To me, I'll stretch you a little bit. Let's get you 5 services, because I think that's the best goal here. Host a Zoom meeting so we can start your distribution. That will actually take you into our leadership class. Patrick will tell you about this, but this Friday is going to be a blow your mind event. So imagine coming into our business this week, getting qualified immediately, having your Zoom meeting immediately, and being able to come to our leadership training this Friday. We're going to have a person there that's called George Zaluki that actually will grab your brain, unscrew your head, take your brain, shake it up, put it back on, and screw your head again, and you will be a different person, because a stretched mind will never come back to its shape. He's one of the best personal development trainers I have ever seen, and he's going to be with us this Friday, and we want you there with us, because we know that the more people that hear him speak, the more people will realize the possibilities, the endless possibilities that live within you. Now let's take a look at our next slide right here. This is our point system. Take a picture of this. I'm going to park here for 1 second just for you to take a picture of this and take a look at a couple of the examples here is how we can get you qualified. You come in, we can get a home security system, whether it's for you or your neighbor, I don't care. A home security system is one of our best systems. And then identity theft protection, just a quarterly plan. And look at that. That is 8 points for the security system, 4 points for the identity theft protection, and boom, you're customer qualified. Not to mention, you get an identity theft protection for your wife, you put your electricity and gas in, and then boom, we got the $200. You can see how that can happen right away. Now, electricity and gas is one of our very, very most profitable services, is one of the ones that I like the most because it's mostly seamless to the end consumer, meaning nothing changes. They keep turning the switch on the same way they always turned it. It's residential is 1 point. 2 points is for business for each account. Each account, you have to be accredited for this. You're gonna see that there's 19 states right there. You see 19 states? Great. I want you to take a picture of this because I want you to think, who do you know in any of these 19 states? Because you are able to sell electricity or gas, or in some cases both, in all of these states, which is a great opportunity. And check this out, why you want to get those customers in the month of August, because boom, there's an August promo, and it is $25 e-gift card for every account you get. So now, I just got an electricity and gas from a friend of mine. She just got $50 on the mail for an e-gift card for her Zoom Energies, and she is excited about it. Not only she was able to save money, fix her rate, but also now she got $50 to go spend at Walmart, which she can use for groceries. Now, Vivint Home Security, guys, is one of my very favorite services. I have it in every single home. I cannot tell you more about it. It is just it's just a smart house in addition to my smartphone, connected to my smartphone. Now, I'm not a techie person at all. I mean, I use at a glance planners. I'm not a techie person, right? But let me tell you this, with a click of a button on my phone, I can actually open, close doors, connect this thermostat, turn the lights on, which means I'm on vacation. I'm over there playing with my light switch as if I'm home. Everybody thinks I'm home, but I'm not. Now, all that you have to do is connect your customer to the 1-800 number, or do a group text message between you, your customer, and the sales Vivint representative that your sponsor utilizes if they utilize one. Now, let's talk about identity theft, guys. This is dear for me and my heart because of 2 reasons. One, I worked in banking, so I know very well how bad identity theft can get to a person. But not only that, let me tell you this, my purse was stolen. This was about 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I was actually right out of the supermarket. I put my purse in the car. I closed the door. I went to the back, put the groceries in the trunk. When I closed the trunk, the door was open, the bag was gone, and it was a crime network, for financial crime network. You know how I found that it was financial crime network? Because I was smart enough about banking to trace their path. And I was able to give the police department what it would have taken a lot of subpoenas to find these people, because I was an auditor for banking, and they stole from the wrong person. But most people, can you agree, are not in the conditions that I was. So I was able to protect myself, or else my whole entire identity would have been out there. So guys, this is huge and it's real. It is huge and it's real, and they target people at supermarkets like I was. And so let me ask you this, if you don't have protection today, for $29 a month, for less than $1 a day, would you like to protect yourself and give yourself $1 million in insurance and help with the cleanup if something were to happen? Would that be something of interest to you? See, that is the things that I ask my customers, because here's the reality. How many of you would dare drive in a car without car insurance? How many of you would dare? Raise your hand if you're okay driving your car without car insurance. Now, there were only 6 million car accidents all of last year, but there were 60 million people who were financially affected by identity theft. So there is a 10 times bigger chance that you will be financially affected by identity theft than you would if you were driving a car. But you know why you wouldn't drive a car without car insurance? Because you're already conditioned, because it's an older problem. See, this is a newer problem, and this is the fun part for us. Only 15% of the population today has it, but a whole entire population needs it. Our kids are on Zoom going to school right now. Do you think we need protection? Absolutely. And if you have children, get the Platinum Plus plan so that you can protect your kids. Now let's talk about the plans. You can get 3 types of plans. You can pay it monthly, no contracts, no problem. Try it out if you want to. But here's what I recommend. Look at our plans. Now, quarterly plan is usually 3 points. We're running it at 4 points. It's a promotion for the month of August. I don't know that it'll survive for the month of September, but $80 will get you, save you a little bit of money. So you're saving about $10 or $15, depending on which way you're doing. And then on the yearly plan, you actually save all 2 months. You pay for 10 months, you get a full 12 months. And check this out. It's usually 4 points. Are you ready for how much is it right now? Because it's usually 4 points. So how many points do you think it would be? Take a guess. Boom, it's 8 points. They're doubling you the points for getting the annual plan. So if you're gonna get it and you're gonna be protected for the whole year, might as well, save those $60 or $70 that you're saving, put them towards your Christmas gifts and get double points. Love it. Now, let's talk about our newest service, AT&T Television. It is streaming, which means you can get one package and stream wherever you are. You're on vacation, no worry, go stream. I have a friend of mine that has a house and then he has a lake house. He deleted both his cables, got one AT&T streaming, takes it from one house to the other every single week when he goes to the lake house on the weekend, and doesn't have to pay for 2 cables. How excited would you be if that was the case? And here's the best part about it. We're giving a $100 gift card for every customer when they get an AT&T account, which is phenomenal. So excited about this promotion. Make sure you take advantage. It's almost the very end of, we only have 6 days left for this promo. So take advantage of this $100 promo. All right, guys, let's refresh everything we talked about here today. Our immediate goal is to get you paid. 5 services is our immediate goal, so we can do $200. So let's get working at that tonight. Let's get cranking tonight to get your check. To us, it's huge that you get paid immediately. You will make your sponsor happy and you make yourself happy with doing this 5 services. And guys, I'm gonna get myself out of the way here. I'm gonna bring the person that brought me here today. And some of you were here, and I'm just gonna repeat who he is, just in case some of you may not have heard who he was. If you are already in this business, you already know who he is. He is no stranger to none of us. But if you're here taking a look at this for the first time, let me tell you who is about to train you right now. This individual started in this business 17 years ago. The last 13 of those 17 years, he's been the #1 producer at the senior vice president level. Now, how well and how comfortable would you feel and I'll always give the same example, so forgive me for being repetitive, because I think you're a football country. I'm a soccer country. I'm from Uruguay. We love soccer. So I could understand, if you say 11 World Cups in a row or 13 World Cups in a row, I'll be jumping and making flips. But for you, I'm going to talk football. So let's talk football. How about 13 Super Bowls in a row, any city? Would you feel confident learning football with that coach? Would you think that if you do what he tells you to do, that you could probably go to the promised land for the 14th year, for the 15th year, for the 17th year? Guys, this is what we have here today. We have the creator of the system that's about to be presented to you right now, to teach you the system. We have the #1 producer in this company for the last 13 years in a row to teach you the best way possible to generate residual distribution for your family, so that your family is taken care of even when you're not here. So for that, I cannot think of anybody better than our #1 senior vice president, Circle of Champions member, Mr. Patrick Mazer. Patrick, are you with us here today?
Absolutely, and thank you so much, Alejandra. What an incredible job you've done talking about how to get out and make some money out of the gate and create that first 30-day story. And you've done an exceptional job. And I hope everybody was taking notes and really paying real close attention, because she did a phenomenal job when it comes to sharing the services and the simplicity of signing people up for the services that we market here today. My job is to really talk about the distribution part. How do we build teams? How do we acquire customers through teams? I'm going to teach you that part here this evening, but understand that we're going to do it on Zoom. So now no longer are you restricted to your zip code. No longer are you restricted to your local area. As long as you have an internet connection, a laptop or a computer and a cell phone, you can make as much money as you want to make around the world using this opportunity. And so as I share with you my screen, this is going to give you a little insight on exactly how to go out and start building teams in the ACN opportunity. Now, remember, this is your business. You can do whatever it is you want to do in the business. I love the fact that, you can go out and build teams or just get customers yourself. Alejandra went over this part extremely efficiently. My job is to talk about how to get paid in your first 30 days of business. Now, anybody that has a August start date, that means you started in the month of August, ACN gives us 30 days to go out and hit some of these fast start bonuses. First thing we're going to have you do is 5 services, 10 points. I became a raging fan of all my services. I signed up for every service that ACN provided just so that I could actually become a fan of the service themselves. So we're going to help you do the same thing, and you can start now introducing other people. If you get 30 customer points in your team within your first 30 days, you get an additional $300 bonus. So just this example is over $500 you would make within your first 30 days of business. Now, let me give you a more simple example, if you will. Somebody comes in, 5 services, 10 points, that generates $200. Every person you and I introduce to ACN that gets customer qualified, you get a one-time $50 bonus. So that would generate an additional $200, which then would be a total of $700 in your first 30 days. Now, remember, you don't have to stop there. You can introduce to as many people as you want. They're just putting together a bonus to help you do it your first 30 days. And here's the way I look at it. You know, it's optional. If you want to do it, great. Your coach, your teacher, your mentor will get in and help you. If you want to generate the additional $700 total in this example, we're going to help you every single step of the way. First thing you're going to want to do is schedule a Zoom presentation. Now, pick a date and time that works for you. We do these on the hour, all day, all weekend, whatever time works for you. I start my Zoom presentations off at 10 a.m. this morning. And again, people can get on Zoom. These are 20-minute presentations. You're going to find a lot of people have a little bit of a relaxed schedule right now just because of the situation we're all going through with COVID. Now, remember, everybody you know is not going to make whatever time you pick. So you're going to have to do a couple Zoom presentations really to start sharing the opportunity with people you know or people you do business with. Now, you're going to want to start to build a list of names. I like to tell people to get a notebook, start to pour all your contacts in your notebook. Then you're going to want to go back and you want to start to highlight certain people. Number one, business owners. Anybody you and I know that's a business owner, they're open to other ways of making money. Business owners around the world are looking for additional streams of income. One thing that I found, especially when it came to ACN, people were asking me questions like, how did you get so many credit card processing customers? And did you go to, each business owner? Did you have a flyer? Did you have a brochure? Like, how did you get their business? I invited them to look at the opportunity. And here's been my experience. If you're a business owner and you see there's a way for you to get paid every month on your credit card processing, why wouldn't you? And so you're going to find that they sign up immediately. Business owners just see the value in another stream of income, especially an online business. Second type of person, people that have network marketing experience. Jeannie Asante, you heard from earlier, she was in a product-based company, which means she had to go out and sell products in order to make money. When she looked at our opportunity, she loved the idea of services, jumped right in with both feet, hit one of our top positions of regional director because she had network marketing experience. Anybody that's real estate background, whether that's a property manager, whether you know somebody that invests in real estate, whether you know somebody that is a real estate agent or broker, these are great individuals. They're dealing with clients every day that request these services. And this just goes hand in glove in real estate. Had a young gentleman join our team. He was renting an apartment. Literally all he did is didn't pay his rent on time. The landlord called him and he said, "Hey, I have your check for you for rent. I just wanted to know if you'd be open to looking at another stream of income." Landlord said absolutely, came and took a look at the presentation, ended up signing up, and now that tenant gets paid on all the landlord's gas and electric bills. Now, I'm not telling you to skip a rent payment. What I am telling you is there's a lot of people in real estate right now that are looking to create other additional streams of income just based on the economy that we're all experiencing. Now, your job is to invite. 50% of the people that tell you they're coming will show up and 50% will not. The size of your Zoom will duplicate, good or bad. If you have a big Zoom with lots of people, anybody that gets started, they're going to have a Zoom with lots of people. If you have a little Zoom with a couple people, if anybody gets started, they're going to have a little Zoom because you created the example. Now, your goal is to pack your Zoom out. Now, how do we get people to show up? We literally just follow a very simple script. And you want to take a picture of this. This is going to give you the words that work. I love what Alejandra talked about being coachable. Understand that if you're coachable and you say these words, you're going to get 9 out of 10 people that are going to be open to coming to a 20-minute Zoom presentation. The first question we ask everybody is, do you look at other ways of making money? Now, most people are going to say yes or yes, what is it? Then you just want to tell them why you're looking. Look, I don't know if you know this about me, but my parents are struggling financially. I'm concerned about their retirement. I started looking for some new opportunities. I came across an individual. Her name is Alejandra Kalman. She's having massive financial success. She's expanding an essential service business into our area. Have you ever used Zoom before? You have? Great. You know how it works. Wednesday at 2 o'clock, she's going to be sharing with me exactly what she's doing, and I'd love for you to be there. Can I put you down for coming? Excellent. Great. Well, look, somebody from her office is going to give you a confirmation call just to make sure you have all the details for the event. It's going to be, again, 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Can't wait to see you. Great. Now, 15 minutes before your presentation, send them a little reminder text just so that they have the information for your event. And your job is to invite. Now, before you make those phone calls, let's make sure you practice what to say. 80% of our business is language. It's what you're saying to people. When there's nobody on here that should struggle, we should really become a professional inviter. And you got to have that excitement and urgency in your voice. Do you look at other ways of making money? Absolutely. Let me tell you why I'm looking. My kids want to go to college. I have sticker shock right now at how much college tuition is. Because of that, I started looking for some new opportunities. I met an individual that is having massive financial success. They're moving a business into our market that deals in essential services. I would love to introduce you to them. Their name is Alejandra Kalman. At 2 o'clock on Wednesday, she's doing a Zoom presentation on my behalf. Would that be something you could make? Have you ever used Zoom before? You have? Great. You know how it works. I'll send you over a link. She's such a professional, either herself or somebody from her office is just going to call to make sure you have the information. See you on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Now, people have questions. Be new. Hey, I don't have all the details. I don't want to give you any wrong information. You know, my job here today is to invite you to meet the speaker this evening. She's incredibly powerful. Can I put you down for coming? It deals in essential services. I don't want to try to explain something that I'm just taking a look at myself. Do you have 20 minutes and are you open on Wednesday at 2 p.m.? Can't wait to see you. Hey, look, if you got to know more, let me put you on the phone with my expert. They can tell you a little more about the presentation and do a 3-way call. Now, here's a couple things you want to do. Number one, Zoom is going to get you rich. So you've got to make sure you understand how to use Zoom, have a professional background, have all your lights on, test your microphone, make sure your video's on, pay attention to the speaker, send that text message out a couple minutes before your meeting. And remember, your job the night of your presentation is not to talk about the no-shows, not to mention the name of people that didn't make it. All you want to do is just introduce the presenter. Guys, thank you so much for coming on here today. I like to start about 5 minutes after we decided the meeting should start. So if it's a 7 o'clock meeting, I get started around 7:05. And I just say thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes here this evening. We're very fortunate. We have an incredible presenter here tonight, and she's going to tell you all about this exciting opportunity and turn the meeting over to your presenter. Now, let's take a short checklist of things we got to do. Number one, you got to schedule a Zoom presentation. Understand you can do it any day, anytime. People are open, people are interested. Number two is you got to write a list of people you want to call. Focus on business owners, focus on real estate professionals, focus on anybody that has done direct sales or network marketing. And then the third thing you want to do is invite. let's make sure you know what you're saying and practice that invite. I used to record myself. I used to listen to my invite. I wrote my invite out. You know, this was important to my family, and I wanted this business to work. I needed this business to work, and I knew the only way it's going to work is if I become a professional. And so that's what I did. Now, night of your meeting, you're going to be a little nervous. That's totally normal. We're going to come and we're going to help you launch your business. We're going to help you get customers. We're going to help you get business partners, all from Zoom presentations. Now, when you take a look at the ACN opportunity, understand there's really going to be three types of people. At the end of the presentation, we're all going to go into what's called a breakout room. First type of person wants to become a representative. Sign them up, invite them to training. Second type of person has some questions, promote the training so they can feel a little more comfortable about the opportunity itself. And the third type of person just wants to be a customer. Great, find out what service they're interested in learning more about and help that new person become a customer to help a friend or family member, or whoever invited them onto the presentation. Now, schedule your Zoom today. Please, right away. We're having a tremendous amount of success. People all over the world right now, 40 million Americans alone are literally underemployed. I just read an article where 19,000 people in the airline industry will be let go October 1st. There's a ripple effect of people that are no longer working or maybe concerned about their employment long term. So just remember, you're going to be helping a ton of people right now just by giving them a phone call and inviting them to come take a look at what you're excited about. Now, understand our business comes down to two things. One, you got to have a business mindset here today. This isn't an employee-employer relationship. This is about being an independent business owner. So remember, no one's going to call you and tell you what to do. No one's going to give you any orders. We're going to coach you. We're going to support you, but this is your business. You know, if you need this to work, great. We look forward to helping you have a lot of success. If you're looking to make a couple extra $100 a month, no problem. We welcome anybody at all, no matter how big or small their goals are when it comes to our opportunity. But you got to come here with the right mindset. When I first got in, I thought this was all about sales. I've never been in sales before. I'm thinking I'm probably not going to be any good at this. We got to sell these services. We got to sell people into doing this business. I wasn't good at convincing people. My mentor told me this part, and I'm telling you, this gave me so much relief that we're not in the selling and convincing business. We're in the sorting business. You're going to sort people to come to presentations. They're either going to be interested in taking a look at another way of making money or they're not. Have some fun and be a professional. Remember, a no is not a no forever. You're going to have some people that are going to say, hey, it's not the right time, but come back later and take a look at this and become one of your greatest business partners. So just remember to have some fun, sort through people. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting next, you know, and just have some fun with this. Just remember, you're going to attract people into your business that are just like us here tonight, looking for more opportunity. And nobody had to convince you to get onto this call. Nobody had to twist your arm to jump on a Zoom presentation in order for you to become successful. We are all willing volunteers when it comes to our own financial success. So I just love that I didn't have to convince anybody. Now, ACN is the same for all of us, the company, the services. The only thing we got to do is work on ourselves. See, there's three things all of us need to be successful. Number one, we need an opportunity. Can we agree that if somebody is cutting grass or painting houses, that it's pretty hard to become a multi-millionaire doing those things? It's just not really set up for people to become financially independent. My father worked in corporate America for 33 years, never became financially free. So we all can agree that no matter how hard you work or how great your attitude is, if you don't have an opportunity, you'll never go beyond making a living. So the first thing all of us need is an opportunity. And today ACN has taken that and gave us a check mark when it comes to an opportunity. The second thing we need is we need the right mindset. We need to work on ourselves and make sure that we understand that everybody's not going to be interested in what we're doing. ACN isn't for everybody. You just got to remember that. But for the people it is for, you can take it as far as you want to go. And the third thing you need is you need a skill set. You know, when it comes to inviting, it's a skill set. When it comes to acquiring customers, it's a skill set. You know, how did I get a skill set in these things? Is I had to go do. Can we agree the best teacher is always experience? First couple phone calls, I remembered like they happened yesterday. I was nervous. My palms were all sweaty. My grandma saying things like, "Why are you nervous?" I'm trying to make her a phone customer. I'm literally shaking because it was my first customer, just like it'll be your first customer. And again, that's totally normal. But over time, things get more comfortable. The company's the same. The services are the same. The only thing we got to work on here is you. And that's what you're doing here tonight. You're taking time away from other things to spend time with this opportunity and learning how to become a professional. Now, there's a stair step to success. First thing is at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We do these meetings all week long, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We do not do any basic trainings on Friday. That's reserved for leadership training Saturday and Sunday. So 6 days a week we do these classes. So understand repetition is mother of learning. I would show up to all these classes. Now remember, me showing up in the past required me to get in my car, drive across town, try to find a parking spot, and go into a training event. Tonight, we can sit in the comfort of our home. We can learn how to become a professional when it comes to this business. It can't get any more convenient. So that's your first step. The second step is you got to get CQ. That releases your first bonus. The elephant in the room is, have you made any money? How many of us agree that's probably a question on everybody's mind, or at least it was on my mind. When the person that I was working with was like, hey, I'm already making money, that's all I needed to hear. You know, all of a sudden I got excited because they could document their success. They could show me that what they were doing was working. Now, the second thing you want to do is host a PBZ. That stands for Private Business Zoom. Now, if you're new to the team, listen, you can do as many of these as you want to do. We're going to help you every single step of the way, but you're going to want to take action. You know, you're going to want to go out there and make sure you have one on the books. Now, if you've done both of those things, meaning you got CQ and you've done a Zoom, you're going to be invited to our Friday night leadership. Now, Alejandra talked about the gentleman going to be at this upcoming 6:30 start time, East Coast time. We're going to have George Zalicki. George Zalicki is a legend in the personal development space. He has been the dean of psychology at the University of Michigan. He's went to the top of the company of ACN. He's generated tens of millions of dollars. Just an incredible, incredible trainer. You cannot miss this. I am telling you, people would pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get a chance to hear this man train, and you're going to be invited at no cost to you whatsoever, but you got to get qualified, you got to have a Zoom, and you got to become customer qualified. You can do that here in the next 48 hours, and Friday night at 6:30, we're going to invite you to one of the biggest epic events that we've ever put on Zoom, and we anticipate hundreds and hundreds of people to show up, and you can be one of them. Now, Saturdays, we do a training. It's at 10 a.m. in the morning. All of you are invited to that event as well. It's put on by the company. So this to give you an idea, George Zalicki event, it's going to start at 6:30. It says 7 o'clock on my slide. This will be a 6:30 start time. Again, internationally renowned, George Zalicki, Principles of Human Achievement, been for nearly over 50 years. We're also going to celebrate some new promotions. Sheila Hendricks, Angel and Flavia Felix, Katie Bald, Jamila Bensinger, all of our new regional directors are all going to be celebrated on this particular upcoming August 28th event. Friday night leadership, guys, going to be epic. And then again, we have a Saturday training. Everybody's welcome, 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. This is on an ongoing basis, put on by ACN themselves. When they talk about training and support, nobody's going to go without support. No one's going to go without training. You're going to get as much of the training you need for as far as you want to take this opportunity, whether you're looking to generate a couple extra $100 a month, or you're looking to make tens of millions of dollars. We have an opportunity here to have both of those happen if you're willing to put in the work. And so what I love most about this opportunity is the people we get a chance to work with. You're going to find some of the most amazing people here that you're going to get a chance to partner up with that are literally going to do more for you than people you've known your entire life. I'm talking about encouraging you and helping you and mentoring you. You know, when I first got involved in ACN, I was blown away at how positive everybody was. How many of you ever heard the saying, if you want to be a millionaire, hang out with millionaires? How many of you ever heard that before? You know what? I said, I want to hang out with millionaires. And here's what I found. The more you spend time with them, the more you become like them. See, if you spend time with people that are successful, guess what happens? You become successful. Now, I know some of you on here tonight are really looking to do big things. And for those of you that are looking to do big things, you know, we're here to support you every single step of the way. And just understand that you're going to be nervous when you first get started. At least I was. I don't know about anybody else. You know, I was excited and scared all at the same time. You know, I wasn't scared about spending $199. I did that before. That wasn't new to me. What I was nervous about is just doing something new. And here's what I'll share with you. That's called normal. You know, when you talk about people going to their last couple hours of life or their last couple of days of life, how many of you heard the stories of people saying, man, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that? How many of you heard those stories before? And the reason why they say that is fear has now left them. See, let me tell you what stops people from greatness. Fear. Fear. Now, why do everybody not do ACN? Because of fear. Meaning most people are more concerned about what people think than their own bank account. And so if you decide to join the team and take this seriously, all I can tell you is that we're going to help you overcome the nervousness of doing something new. We're going to be there every single step of the way to help you win. For those of you that have not joined our Facebook group, ACN Rockstar Team, if you're taking notes tonight, just write that down, ACN Rockstar Team. You want to join our Facebook group. That's a way for us to communicate, give you information, let you know what's going on in the organization, get a chance to be with a bunch of like-minded individuals that are here to do something special. So I'm looking forward to get to know everybody here tonight. It's been my honor, my pleasure to be a part of tonight's call. Cannot wait for tomorrow night. We're going to do it again tomorrow night. You're going to get a chance to hear from some of the best people in the world. So if you have a presentation tomorrow, promote tomorrow night's training so that they can get trained just like you. They can get the knowledge that you got here tonight, and you can have your business grow. So I want to thank all of you for being here this evening. We invite you to our kickoff event. Whoever you're working with can give you another Zoom code so that you can jump on and on a more intimate level, get some of your questions answered, you know, start your storefront tonight, help you get a couple customers tonight, and help you launch your business here tonight. So I hope this helped everybody. God bless each and every one of you. I'm going to unmute the line so we can all say goodbye together. So goodbye, everybody. Have a great night. Take
Good
care.
night.
Dr. Lynn.
Good night, everybody.
Patrick.
Excellent training.
Thank you,
Good to see you.
Patrick.
Richard, good to see you.
Good
Sharif,
night.
good to see
Good
you.
night. Good night.
Angel, good to see you. Cynthia, good to see you. Mohammed, good
Good
to have
night.
you on
Good
here.
night.
God bless Pat. There you go. Good to see
Great
you.
meeting.
Great
Good
to have you
night.
on here. Congratulations, everybody. Good to see you tonight.